Good morning, everyone. Well, welcome to today's money market review. I welcome us especially to this class. Please, if you can hear me, please just type yes. If you can hear me, please. If you can hear me clearly and yes. All right. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. All right. All right. So we can all hear me then. Well, welcome once again to this fantastic morning. We're going to take a look at some instruments where we will make money from. My name is Jeremiah, and then I'm co-hosting this MMR with my colleague Samuel, who will be taking over for me when I'm done with few instruments. All right, so let's get to it then. Let's see where we will make some profit from. So I want to share my screen so that we can see where we'll start from. All right, so let me share my screen. Okay, so we're going to start from fundamentals. I believe we can see my screen. Can we all please see my screen? Are we together? Can we see my screen, please? I'm sharing the screen of my... Okay, yes, yes. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so I'm presently on Forex Factory. I'm starting from the fundamentals to check for opportunities. So I like to give trade ins based on whatever type of trader we are. Swing trader, day trader, scalping, whatever it is that we do best. There are some trades that are very suitable for us, and then we're going to look at a few of them. So today, Monday, 14th of August, there are no high or medium impact news for today. But to have a broad picture, let us see if there's anything extra today. Okay, none at all. So for the low and medium news as well, we have none at all that we are still expecting. The last one came out around 7 a.m. So we are fine, we're good to go. It means today we can be big on technical analysis as there are no major or medium impact news, high or medium impact news for today, all right? Tomorrow we have for AUD, British pounds, CAD, and Co. For today we are fine. So let's go over now to the chart, and then we'll look at maybe 7 pairs, then we'll move on. So I'm presently on, let me open my MT4, presently on the MT4. So this is the first instrument I want us to look at. I'm right now on EuroCAD. See it, EuroCAD. So let's start from top-down analysis. I like to do top-down analysis. We work our way from the higher time frame down to the lower time frame. Now, as an intraday trader, the 4 hours time frame, I believe, is the most important time frame for us. The 4 hours time frame is the most important time frame for us. And the reasons why I buy and sell are always the same all the time, because I just keep doing the same thing consistently. So let's take a look at a few reasons why I buy and sell. And then we'll move on from there. Build on that, and then we'll move on from there. So from a technical perspective, of course, there are many reasons why we might choose to buy or sell, but majorly for me, these are the reasons why I would buy and sell at any point in time, any given point in time. You see what I've pasted here. So my 3 reasons to buy, I always buy at horizontal support, buy after the breakout and retest of the resistance, buy after a pullback of 50% in an uptrend. It's in an uptrend. These are always my 3 reasons to buy on any technical day. And then 3 reasons to sell at horizontal resistance, sell after the breakout and retest of the support, sell after a 50% pullback of 50% in a downtrend, See it. So these are the major reasons why I buy or sell at any given point in time. So we'll be using this to pick our trades technically across board. So let me go back now to that chart of EuroCAD. The chart of EuroCAD, right? Sharing this. Yes. Are we together now? Are we still on? Can we please see my MT4? Okay, yeah, so we can see my MT4 there. Right, so what we're looking at right now is the chart of EuroCAD. So from the higher time frame perspective, as a swing trader, you'll be seeing that EuroCAD has been pushing upward, still in an option, in a fantastic option. You have the highs, the lows, higher highs, and the higher lows. Now, price is not breaking structure at all. Price is not breaking structure. Neither is price failing to create a new highs or a new low. So the most important structure in this uptrend is this higher low here. I'm presently on the higher time frame, the daily time frame. Now I am moving to the H4 time frame. And that structure that I can see there is still valid and still serving as the support here. The price has not created or broken any previous higher low. So to a large extent, price is still up. As a swing trader, I'll be looking for buy opportunities here now. My confirmation to enter a buy is already clear. I've seen a bullish candle beside a red candle. So my buy is right now as a swing trader. I will buy at this point, and then my take profits be around here. This is a good 1:1.5. So EuroCAD is good for a buy. A strong buy is a sage. If I'm to point out my stop loss and TP, as a swing trader, this is swing trader sweat up. Good for a long buy right now. So then let me then move down to day trader. So day trader on the H1 time frame, still on EuroCAD. I would also be looking at buy. I would also be looking at buy from here. It's how I buy from here. So when I'm entering a buy from here as a day trader, I buy right now. Stop loss will be low here, and then my TP just be above 1:1. So EuroCAD is good for a buy. So let me go over to MT5. It's on the MT5 platform. Take this trade as a day trader. Yes, it's good for as an instant buy. It suits with all of the requirements for a buy technically. So we can go ahead and buy. Surface. Okay, so very presently on my MT5 right now. You can use whatever lot size you intend to use that's in line with your risk management plan. Going for 1:1. Okay. So this is the MT5 platform. Accounts, chat window, templates. Yes. So EuroCAD buy trade. Going for a 1:1. I'm already in the buy, and then stops just below that support. And my take profits above 1:1. Right? So that's the first instrument, EuroCAD. We're buying EuroCAD. Okay, so let's go on then. Mr. Dan, I've increased the volume a little bit more, so you should hear me more clearer now. We're buying EuroCAD. As a swing trader, as a day trader, and also So let's look at it as a scalper. Let's look at this from the perspective of a scalper. So if I'm going to scalp on the same Euro card, I'll just move to a much more smaller time frame, like the 15 minutes time frame. Yes. So on the 15 minutes time frame, of course, I can also see that price is leaving support. It's leaving horizontal support. It has broken the previous lower high. So it's also ripe for a buy. Swing trading, day trading, scalp trading, Euro card is good for a buy. All right. So let's look at another instrument again. Let me scale down to a much more. Let's check some USD pairs. Okay. So I'm presently on the chart of NZD USD. NZD USD is purely pushing bearish. It's purely pushing bearish from the higher time frame. Is a bearish market. Let's move down to the H4 time frame. Also a bearish market. Then H1. So since it's a downtrend, I only need an evidence to enter a sell. Since it's pushing bearish, I don't have to think of buys at all. I'm only thinking of a sell. Now, one of the reasons for my sell, according to the template we have here, if we see any of these reasons for a sell, either sell at resistance, sell after breakout and retest of a support, or sell after the pullback in a downtrend. Out of these three, if we look at the chart of NZD USD, we'd see that price has broken a support. I'm actually on the H1 time frame right now. Price has broken this support that is now a turncoat resistance. So right now, price is doing what we call a pullback. It's what I've just highlighted as a green shape, rectangular shape. I believe we are together. Are we together? All right, okay, we are together. So NZD USD, we need this pullback to end so that we can enter our sell. And as the rules for a downtrend, how do I know that this pullback has ended? So I use 50% of the previous move, 50% of the previous move. Your strategy don't have to be complex for it to be effective. It can be simple and still very, very effective. So I need the end of this pullback, which is 50% of this trend. So physically, I can see that this is the last lower low. See it? And then this is the last lower high, LH. Now, this is my lower low. Yeah, this is my lower low. So I need this price to end as a lower high. How do I know that it has ended as a lower high? For me, the criteria is price should pull back to at least 50% of the previous move. And then I will see a bearish candle beside the bullish candle. Once I see that, I'm good for a buy. Once I see a bearish candle beside this bullish candle, and then I can enter a buy at that, what is it called? Lower high. My buy will be once I see a bearish candle beside a bullish candle. So among the kind of errors that we can make when we are entering the market, there's something that is called entry error, probability error, or market change. Market change is just when the market is in a downtrend and then you enter a sell and then it reverses to an uptrend, which is fine. Probability error is that it's a downtrend and you enter a buy. Of course, you're going against the trend. And then entry error is when, even when you know the trend and then your entry is still not precise. These are the three types of error that we can make. So the one that is most common is, of course, probability error and market change. So I don't like to make entry error. So I want my entries to be precise as much as possible. So because the closing position of a candle is more important than the opening, how a candle closes is more important than the opening. If I'm picking trades on the 1 hour time frame and I'm waiting for price to close to confirm my positions, I'm mostly entering my trades on the o'clock time frame. So if I check by 8 o'clock and my setup is not yet right, because I want to enter it on the H1 time frame, I will come back and check around 9. If it's not right around 9, I will come back around 10. just trying to enter once the candle closes. So for this market now, I'll come back to check around 9 a.m. Once I see a bearish candle beside the bullish candle, that signifies the end of that pullback. That signifies the end of the pullback, and then I can enter a sell, and then I can enter my sell from here. So because I am selling from this end of lower high, my stop loss in a downtrend price is not supposed to go above previous lower high. My stop loss will simply be above, and then my take profit can be down. I can do a 1:1 or a 1:2, a 1:1 or a 1:2 on this setup. So NZD USD pushing bearish. Let's position for a sell once that setup completes. All right. So let's go on to, let me now scale down to the 15 minutes, as if I want to enter it as a scalper. So as a scalper for this trade, I'm still on NZD USD, still pushing bearish. Now, for us retail traders, no matter how low a price has pushed down, it can still go lower. We should not always think of reversal all the time. If price is still trending, just follow the trend. Let's just go ahead with the trend. So no matter how low it has gone, it can still go lower. And no matter how high it has gone, it can still go higher. An object will remain in motion until it's impacted by an external force, Newton's second law of motion. So this is still a downtrend. I'm only looking to enter a sell. Now, what are part of the signs for me to enter a sell in line with what I stated before? One of the signs to enter a sell is breakout and retest of a resistance. See it here, sell after breakout and retest of a support, or sell after a pullback of 50% in a downtrend. Just simple. So on NZD USD, as a scalper or a day trader, I've seen price broke a support, now returning back to that turncoat resistance. So I believe that a breakout and retest should happen around here. I'm expecting a breakout and retest around here. A breakout and retest here before sell. Before I would sell, I'm expecting to see that here. See it? Now, what is the sign I am going to see? What is the sign I am going to see? So I need a bearish candle. I'm on 15 minutes time frame right now as a day trader. So I can risk small while I'm attempting to make so much on this chart. I need a bearish candle to take form here. I need a bearish candle. I need to see a bearish candle at this turncoat resistance to signal the end of this. Yes, this place here, this area. I need to see a bearish candle. So I'll just check back every 15 minutes. This candle will close by 8:30, and then the next 15 minutes is 8:45. Once I see my bearish candle, it confirms the end of that retest, and then I can go ahead and sell. My stop loss will just be above the previous lower high, which is here, and then my TP will be down, a nice 1:1. So NZD USD is also good for a sell. Right? So most times, whatever NZD USD is also what AUD USD will be doing. But for AUD USD, it is actually in a strategic place. Now, if you're a swing trader, you would want to take a second look at this instrument, because this can give you a long-term buy where you can make so much money. So it's not hard. Remember, one of the reasons to buy is to buy at horizontal support. Now, if we take a look at this instrument, we'll see that price has changed direction from here. See, this is a support where price has changed direction from before. And right now, price is there again. And I'm looking at the daily time frame, and price is there again. Now, what are my criteria to buy? One of the criteria to buy, as we can see here, I'm always referring us to this simple strategy. Buy at horizontal support. What is the final reason to see before we can buy at horizontal support? It's very simple. We should just see a bullish candle that closes above the support. Simple. A bullish candle that closes above the support. If I should zoom in, this first place that I highlighted, Immediately we see this bullish candle that close above the support. See it? It's good for a buy as a swing trader. So if I'm going to swing on this instrument, that same criteria is what I will expect here. So I'll be looking at this market again tomorrow as a swing trader. I need to see a bullish candle that will just close above the support. Once I see that, that would give me a good opportunity to enter a buy. The close of that bullish candle, my stop loss will just be under the swing trader, and then my TP is up. Fantastic 1 to 3, 1 to 2, 1 to 4. That is how I'll be approaching this instrument as a swing trader, right? So right now I'm still on AUD USD right now. How do I be approaching AUD USD as a day trader? So as a day trader, I will still see that price is pushing bearish. Yes, the last time we checked, as you can see on this chart, price is still pushing bearish. Price is still pushing bearish. I'm using purely the candlestick, which is just price action. So price is still pushing bearish. From the perspective of a day trader, because I'm seeing a bearish move, a downtrend, it's okay for me to think of a sell. Now, this sell would only be valid if price is not breaking the previous lower high. And where is the previous lower high? It's simply here. This is where the previous lower high is. So it's okay for me to think I'm not saying in error. If I'm thinking of a sell, yes, because this has been going quite down for a while. You can see the lower low. This is the lower low. And then I can also see the lower high here. See it, this is lower low, LL, and then this is lower high, LH, LH, this is lower low, yes, this is lower low, and then this is lower high, in line with this downtrend. This is the lower high. So if price has not taken out a lower high, I don't see any reason why I should think of a reversal. So if I'm thinking of a sell here as a day trader, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with my thinking. I just need to wait for the end of this pullback. How do I know it's the end of the pullback? I need to see a bearish candle that would form beside this bullish candle. And this bearish candle beside this bullish candle, I can enter my sell and put my stop loss just above this lower high. It's not a problem. Every trade that you lost should actually tell you or give you the right frame of mind to now analyze properly so as to enter again in the right direction. So once I see my bearish candle beside this bullish candle, without price breaking the last lower high, as a day trader, I'm entering a sell. I'm entering a sell. Now, once I enter the sell from here, after the formation of a bearish candle, as long as it is not going above this lower high, once I enter my sell is valid, but my stop loss would be above this lower high. Price can now go down and give me profit, which is fine, or price can now go above and go above this lower high. If price does that and it goes above this lower high, it would hit the stop loss of my sell, but at the same time, it has broken a lower high, which it's not supposed to do. So it means that it has violated the structure of a downtrend. What I need to do next is to wait for a higher low, and then I can then reposition and enter a buy. Simple. I believe strongly that every losing trade should open the door to enter the trade again properly once we look at it from another perspective. So that's how I will be approaching my AUD USD. That's how I'll be approaching the AUD USD. All right. So let's go on. Let me then check one more instrument, and then I'll take requests, whatever instruments that we want to request for, we'll analyze it together. So let me look at a JPY pair, Euro JPY. Okay, somebody's asking for Euro JPY. Yes, Euro JPY is also very, very interesting to trade. So very simple to trade as well. Remember, it is your system, your strategy that should be picking trades for you, not majorly you. When you build your setup, your strategy that you want to be following is in place, all you now need to do is to be committed to it and follow it doggedly. During sunshine or during rainy season, it doesn't matter. You need to follow your setup doggedly. So let's take another look again at the setup. So remember, this is what is guiding us to pick our trades, reasons to buy or reasons to sell. Again, these are my reasons to buy. One of the reasons to buy is to buy after the breakout and retest of a resistance. Very simple. So Euro JPY, and no matter how far price has gone, it can still go higher. No matter how low price has gone, it can still go lower. Things tend to continue than the reverse. We understand. So we've seen that I'm presently on Euro JPY. Let me even start from the daily time frame. So from the daily time frame, this area was a resistance before. This was a resistance area before. And right now, price has broken it. So because price has broken it, what we are seeing price do right now can be called a retest of that resistance, a retest of this resistance. We see this is a retest. Yes. So if I'm swing trading, I need to see the end of this retest before I would enter a long buy for a swing trader. So what is the sign that a swing trader will see? You just need to see a bullish candle that will close above this broken resistance. That's all. A bullish candle that will close it. Now that bullish candle will tend, because it's daily time frame, it's going to be the candle of tomorrow or today. Once I see a bullish candle close above this broken resistance, as a swing trader, I'm good to go for a buy. All right, let's scale down to day trader at all. So as a day trader, I have seen the breakout and retest of a resistance. Simple. So I'm still thinking of buy. Of course, I'm not thinking of sell. Price is not breaking any of the structures. The price is still pushing bullish. Why should I think of bearish? No matter how high price has gone, it can still go higher. So this is a higher high. And then this is a higher low. So you can see here very clear, higher low. And then we have higher high here. This is a higher high. Higher high. Yes. And then this is a higher low. This is a higher low right now. So Euro JPY, day traders, I'm still thinking of buy. Price is not taking out any major higher low. So I'm still buying. I'm buying strongly on this instrument, Euro JPY. So Euro JPY is good for a buy. My stop will just be below the support, and then my take profit will be above. I can easily take a 1:1 here, a 1:1 on this chart, all right? So Euro JPY is good for a buy. Let me go ahead and take my buy on my MT5 account. Okay. Let me take a buy Euro JPY. Yes. So Euro JPY is still pushing very bullish. I can enter my buy. And then my stop will just be below. Yeah. Yes. Sample 1:1, and then my take profit is above. Simple. So Euro JPY is good for a buy. All right. Okay. So I'm now open to take peers from us to analyze on our behalf. Okay, I've seen some. So let's treat some of the ones that we've suggested, and then we'll move on while my colleague is preparing to take over. All right. Okay, so somebody's saying please, what actually determine uptrend or downtrend in the market? Is price action from the higher time frame. Price action movement from the higher time frame. All right. Please, US 100 and DE30. Okay. Let me quickly touch on the indices as well, and then I'll then move back again. So let me touch on the indices, all right? So for the indices markets, of course, we all have different ways we approach it. Now, how I approach the indices market is just two. I simply buy low and sell high. It's not that hard. I simply buy low and sell high. And remember, the psychology of trading index is that you must have a good capital, the more the merrier, so as to enjoy it, so that smaller or small moves on the chart don't scare you at all. All right. So I'm presently on the chart of US 100. So US 100 has been pushing bearish for a while now. Yeah, due to some reasons. Now, if I'm approaching it from the aspect of a swing trader, I can see a double top here. As a swing trader, I'll be looking at this pattern. I can see a double top pattern here. Now, I expect price to go back to the neckline and then complete this pattern before I would enter a sell. As a swing trader, if I'm a swing trader, that's what I would do. But most importantly now, I expect price to do a pullback. Now, there's no news for today. Let's bear that in mind. So we are big on technicals. Now, presently now, when we scale down to the lower time frame, we see that US 100 is on a support area, Whatever setup will allow me to risk small, while I am trying to make so much, is what I look out for. Basically, the setup here must be good enough to allow me to risk a minimum amount while I'm trying to make so much. That is part of my most important criteria. So on the chart of US 100 from the H1 time frame, there are also three criteria. I can use price action to know that the trend is changing. And I can also use reversal candles to confirm. So I like to use reversal candles on the higher time frame, and then I will use a break of structure on the lower time frame to confirm. So three reasons or three steps that I look out for before I would say this thing has moved from downtrend to an uptrend in the lower time frame. In the lower time frame is that if it is in a downtrend, number one, price has to fail to create a new lower low. Number two, price has to break the last lower high. And then number three, price has to give me higher low. Now, indices don't form higher lows, higher highs very clearly like the currency, but the setups are still true. So presently on US 100, on the H1 time frame, I can see clearly here that price has failed to create a new lower low. That's criteria number one has been ticked. Now, most importantly, for this uptrend to prove to me that, yes, I'm very strong, it has to take out the structure. It has to take out one lower high. Where is the lower high? This is the lower high here. So I expect a bullish candle to close above it. I expect a bullish candle to close above it. Once I see a bullish candle close above this lower high, then I will begin to think of a buy. So to make my entry more precise, they need a pullback. Simple. Then I'm buying on US 100. This is the criteria I would need to see to enter a buy on US 100. Now, the flip side of it is that once price gets to this lower high, if price gets to this lower high here, and it's not breaking that lower high, it's not breaking the lower high on this H1 time frame, and then I can now see a bearish candle form beside the bullish candle at this lower high. Once I see a bearish candle forming beside a bullish candle, I'm going to get something like this. Let me just change the colors so that we can clearly understand what I'm saying. Let me change this to red. Yes. Okay. Change this to green. Change this to green. Yes. So once I see this sign, these are the two signs I need to see here. If I see these two signs here, then I'm thinking of a sell because price is not breaking the last lower high. If I see the sign here, I'm thinking of a sell. The flip side is if I don't see this sign, and then I see the bullish candle break above without giving me a red, and then I'm seeing a bearish candle return to give me a retest. Simple. At the end of this retest, I'm entering a buy. These are my two criteria for US 100. So let me also touch on gold. I'm sure my colleague Brian wants to do one or two on this thing, so I don't want to actually overdo them. So on gold as well, presently on the chart of gold, and pleasantly on the chart of gold. Okay, we're asking for TP on Euro CAD or Euro JPY. Of course, we can. Okay, I'm going to check that in a minute. On gold presently, gold has been pushing bearish for a while now. Let me go back to the daily time frame. Gold has been pushing bearish. Yes, you can see bearish. So if I'm a swing trader and I'm thinking of, what is it called? A reversal, I'll be looking at this area to confirm a reversal pattern to see if I would get a reversal candlestick formation here. It will be a bearish candle first, followed by a bullish candle. And then inside of it, I will go down to the lower time frame and confirm a break of structure. Now, for today on gold, because there are no news, I only need to see price action majorly and then enter my trade. What are my criteria to enter a buy? So right now I can see that price is failing to create a new lower low here. That's what I'm saying right now. So if I'm entering a buy on gold, I'm not thinking in error. If I'm entering a buy on gold here, my stop loss will simply be below this failure of creation of a lower low. And then I can go for a 1:2. Simple. That's how I'll be approaching gold from a buy perspective on gold. Now, the reverse of it, if I'm approaching it from a sell perspective, I need to see price take out the structure lower low. I need to see price take out structure lower low. The structure lower low will be here. Let me zoom out once more. And then my structure lower low, shape, rectangle here. Yeah. I need to see price take out this structure lower low. So my first intuition is to buy first because price is failing to create a new lower low. So I'm thinking of buy on gold. But if I'm thinking of a sell, if I'm looking out for a sell, price has to take out this structure lower low before I'm thinking of a sell. So that's how I'll be approaching gold and US 100, right? And then we're asking for the TP for Euro CAD and Euro JPY. All right. So let's look at that very, very fast. Let's look at that very, very fast. Okay. So the TP for them, since there's a resistance above on the H1 time frame for Euro JPY, just put your TP before that resistance. Very simple. Just put your TP before that resistance. And then for the Euro CAD, the same thing. There's a lower high, there's a higher low at the top there. Just put your TP before that place as a day trader to get your 1:1 or 1:2. It's not that hard. Just TP before resistance. In a buy trade, TP should be before resistance. So that's it about that. So I'm going to wrap up now the next 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, before my colleague will then take over. Right? So let me again look at one more. Okay, somebody's asking for US index. US index. Okay, so let's quickly look at US index as well. Let's quickly look at the US index. Okay. So US index, I'm presently on the chart of US index. So let me first approach it from the higher time frame, top-down analysis. Simple. The US index has been pushing bullish for a while, and now it's approaching an important area on the chart. It's approaching an important area on the chart. It's approaching an important area on the chart, which is this area here, where it has changed direction from before. So as a swing trader, I need price to get there first before I would think of a reversal, of course. The chart does not work the way it's working inside my head. It must present those criteria clearly. And what are the simple criteria to look for a reversal on the chart? Just a bearish confirmation candle. You can see clearly every time price reverses, it's always been a red closing below resistance beside the green. So that same sign is what I want to see here before I would be thinking of a sell. Now, if I'm looking at this chart as a day trader, I can see that price is pushing bullish. Now, this bullish is very, very high for me right now to enter a buy, except I see price fall back to some very important key levels. So because it's already in a close resistance area, my buy is approximately late, almost very, very late. So I need price to push back down very well before I would think of a buy. I need price to push down very well before I would think of a buy. And if price is not taking out any structure, or what is it called, structural higher low in an uptrend, remember the criteria for change in an uptrend is price must fail to create a new higher high, price must break the last higher low, and the price must now create lower high. Those are the criteria for change in the trend. Now, because price is already in the resistance area, I don't think it is right for me to chase the buy right now. The buy is just too high. It's too extremely high. Though price can still continue to be bullish, but before we enter it, I need price to give me a very good opportunity. How would I see that? I need price to pull back very well. So if price pulls back to an area like this, where it is right now, it will be counted for as a breakout and retest. And then bullish candle beside bearish candle, I can enter a buy, then my stop loss will be under. You see it, stop loss will be under, and then my take profit will be up. That will give me a good risk to reward. That setup would give me a good risk to reward, right? And then lastly, before I hand over to my colleague, somebody asked for G, British pounds, USD, right? So let's start again from the higher time frame. So British pound USD is pushing bearish for a while, and it's essentially in a very important area. It's in the support area. As a swing trader, I'll be looking to take a buy. I need to see a reversal candle at the this support area. If I'm a day trader or a scalper, a day trader, I need to see the break of structure. Very simple. I just need to see the break of structure. So because price is in a support area already from the higher time frame, my sell might be too late, to enter a sell right now. I would be thinking of things that would give me the signal to enter a buy. And of course, we can, even though price is consolidating, you can see many reversal patterns for a buy here. Number one is that I can see a head and shoulder here. I can see that pattern here. I'm going to identify it for us. This is a shoulder here. This is a shoulder here, inside shapes triangular. Okay, this is a shoulder. This is a head, inverted head here. And then this is another shoulder here. So British pound USD, I might be positioning for a buy. That's one here. And then right now, I can also see a seemingly double bottom here. Double bottom here. All of these things are what I'm seeing for a buy. Now, except price violates them, I should not think of a sell yet. How do I confirm that I'm buying? If I buy now, because according to what the head of education once said, Mr. Shelby, he once said that most times it is it is not easy to see when the trend is just starting. it is mostly seen clearly after it has moved. So our ability to detect it at its earliest formation period is what guarantees higher profits for us. You see it? So if I enter a buy now on British USD, I'm not thinking in error. It's worth it. If I enter a buy now and then my stop loss is below this supposed double bottom I am seeing and my TP is up, that's like a 1:4. So it's okay. If I want to be more conservative, what I need to do is to see that price takes out this neckline. I need to see that price will take out this neckline here. Yes. So this is the neckline. Once price takes out this neckline, and then I'm also entering the buy if I am very, very conservative. All right. So that's how I'll be approaching all of the market. I want to appreciate us once more again for staying with me. It's up until now. So I'll be handing over now to my colleague Samuel so that we would then wrap up and continue. So thanks again for listening. I'll see us again some other time. Yes.
So good morning, everyone. If you can hear me from your own end, please kindly confirm you can hear me. I want to believe you can hear me and you can see my screen. Thank you very much. My colleague has done a very good job. He touched most of the instrument. You can hear me. Thank you very much. So which instrument do you have in mind? I think I saw him, he took indices, he took some commodities, he also touched some currencies. I saw him taking US 100 and some commodities like gold and then currencies, Euro USD, USD CAD, and the likes. Okay. He did Euro USD already. So I'm going to be looking at DE30. Somebody mentioned DE30 and okay, and oil. So maybe we just touch DE30 and oil. I'm actually on DE30 and you can see that. I believe you can see my screen. I want to believe you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, just type, yes, I can see your screen. He actually did Euro USD. Probably you actually joined late. He did Euro USD. Okay. Now take a very good look at DE30. Some of us, those that are trading, to know that DE30 is a German stock and it's a very lovely index that gives you good money. He also mentioned some conditions to enter a trade, a buy trade or a sell trade. One of the conditions to enter a buy is you buying at a support. Yes. He also mentioned that if you also want to enter a buy trade, buy after a breakout and a retest of a resistance. If an instrument breaks a resistance and it came to retest, because if it breaks a resistance, it becomes a support. If it comes to retest that particular region, that is with a good price action setup on that particular zone, then you can enter your buy trade. And now if you looking at top-down analysis, for those who does not understand what top-down analysis is, more like multiple time frame analysis, where you don't just enter a buy or a sell. Ideally, as a trader who is interested in making money in this market, you should learn to analyze the market from the higher time frame. Now, looking at DE30 on my daily time frame, take a very good look. You will notice that the daily time frame means that every day one candle are being formed. I believe you understand that. So every new day you see a new candle. It takes 24 hours for one candle to be formed on your daily time frame. So looking at DE30, you will notice that DE30 has been trading between this horizontal zone, between here and here. I don't know if you are seeing it. regardless of the fact that the general trend is bullish, you notice that whenever it tests this particular zone, what happens? You see a green and a red candle. You enter a sale and you are up for good money. Now, that's the beautiful part about trading. You don't have to have wait for all the biggest move. With a little move and with a good lot size, trust me, you have made enough money for the day. Now, I am also seeing something happening. Remember that the condition to enter a buy is buying as a support. Now, if you actually want to enter a sell for this instrument, it means that one, I'm talking of the swing traders, this instrument has to break out the last higher low. This is the higher high. So it has to break out this zone and come to retest again, break out below that support zone and come to retest. Then you can enter a sell. But it's not doing that. It's presently on a support zone, a very sensitive zone. So I am looking forward to this instrument forming a very candlestick, like a red and a green candlestick. Red and a green candlestick are bullish reversal candlesticks, like a bullish engulfing. These are reversal candlesticks, maybe like a hammer, maybe like a morning star, or a very good candlestick, or maybe a three white soldiers. A very good candlestick that will show you that it is the bullish momentum or the bullish dominance is taking over. If not, unless if it break below that support region. So I'm actually looking forward to a buy. If you're a swing trader, this is my zone to enter a buy trade. Let me insert a shape there. So I'm actually looking forward to entering a buy trade here, but you need to wait for a very good setup so you can enter your buy here. The reason is very simple. The same thing happened there and the same thing happened there. So there's a chance that this same thing will happen here. So I usually tell you, beyond the fact that the trend is your friend till the end, you also need to understand candlesticks. There are some candlesticks you will see on a very sensitive region. You know that no, it is a buy. So I'm looking forward to this instrument falling down to here. And I usually say this, that waiting is also a strategy. Remember that whatever money you lose in this market, you start looking for a way to build it. So why not wait and, discover or wait for a very good confirmation, and you just save your money and make more money. Yes. So I'm looking forward to a fall around here, anywhere around there, and I see a red and a green candlestick. For my swing trader, then you can enter a buy trade. You can see. Okay. Now you can see. So this candle is actually on my 4 hours, and it is actually pushing up. Yes, this is on my 4 hours time frame. So if this candle closes bullish, remember that these support zones, these support regions, these support lines, they are not just lines, they are zones. So it's not a must that the price must fall or touch that line completely. It might get close to that line and you see a change of trend. So you need to wait for this candle to close, one, then wait for a bullish confirmation candle after it. Then you can enter a buy. If you enter a buy, then you can ride down to that support, that resistance region. Look at the resistance region here. So I'm looking at exiting my trade around this zone. So if this candle closes on my 4 hours and I see a bullish confirmation candle, I enter a buy. But that is for my aggressive trader. For aggressive trader can enter a buy now. Less aggressive or conservative trader needs to wait to see a bullish confirmation, then make your money. Now, less aggressive trader are more like conservative trader. You don't have much fund in their account. They just want to take advantage of the market and leave the market. Aggressive trader have a robust fund in their account and can leave trades very well. So aggressive trader can enter at the current market price. They can look at exiting their trade here or here. And then you can put your stop loss below the untested support, below this untested support. So you are looking at a 1:2 or 1:3. So let's look at our day traders. Let's look at it from our day traders, those who trade daily. You can see the instrument is actually pushing up. So D30 is actually a buy trade. It is currently resting on a very sensitive region, broken above the the trend line here. I actually drew a trend line. It has broken above it, and if you're looking at entering a buy, it is fine. So you can also enter a buy, but make sure that you learn to exit the trade. Remember that there is also a rejection zone around there. So if you want to enter now, you can enter now. That's for my day trader. Ensure that you put your take profits anywhere before this untested resistance. Before this untested resistance. Remember, I started from our daily time frame. I told you that this instrument has been trading between a region, that's between a channel, a horizontal channel. And if you look at it, that's the same thing it's doing on my 1 hour. So you just enter the trade, exit before the next resistance, and wait for a next bearish confirmation candle. And that's what it has been doing all this while. Do you understand that? So you can enter a trade on D30 and make sure you are looking at exiting the trade before it gets to that resistance region. For aggressive trader can also put their take profits far above. You can see it is pushing up. You can, with this little move from here to here, this is a big move. So it's a big move. So I'm looking forward to it testing here. Probably struggling again. So for me, it's a buy for me, D30. Scalpers. Somebody is dropping a question. My colleague has done US 100. Thank you very much. So I'm going to be looking at this and oil before we call it a wrap. So it's a buy on US 100. Even for scalpers can also enter a quick buy. Remember that D30 has been trading within an horizontal channel, so you wouldn't want to stay too long on that trade. So just make sure you enter the trade and exit before. You can see that particular line I marked on my higher time frame is also a region where you have a verified resistance. So don't look at staying too long in the market. You can enter now and make your money before it hits this resistance zone. Do we get that? So let's look at oil. Now, oil is one instrument that you need to be careful about, especially when it comes to trading it. Let me share my screen. I was getting a news on oil. Okay, let me open my chart on oil. Hold on. Oil. That I have oil here. Good. Okay, let me add oil. Oil. Is everybody? Those that are asking questions on oil. Tell us, are you on a trade on oil? When clients keep asking questions like this, it means that they are on a trade on oil. Are you on a trade on oil? Okay. If you're on a trade on oil, let us know. Okay, good. So looking at it from our daily time frame, though whenever I'm trading oil, I try to keep an eye on fundamental analysis. So take a look at the news. Let's just take a quick look at the news, because if you're an oil trader, you need to be mindful of what you're doing, because oil is one instrument that trades on news. Let me look for a news on oil. I got a news this morning. So if you are trading oil, please keep an eye on fundamentals. Oil is one instrument that doesn't just it does not technical does not rule it so much. It's fundamental. Oh, today is 14th. Okay, is there any news on oil this morning? Oh, okay. Actually, no major news, but oil has been riding upward. He said, okay. Since there are no major news on oil, let's look at the chart technically. Let's look at the chart technically. I was hoping that there was one major news I could, I could use before I enter my trade on oil. So on my daily time frame, oil has been riding upwards. And like I've always said, the trend is always your friend. And taking a look at oil on my daily time frame, what do you see? It has been bullish and it is currently on a very sensitive region, which is a verified resistance. And if you notice that particular point, you notice that there has been a triple top, more than a triple top. It was rejected here. I hope you can see that. I hope you can see that. It was rejected here. I hope you can see that. Okay, it was rejected here. It was rejected here. And now it is currently here. I hope you can see this. So even though you are looking at going bullish on oil, you need to trade carefully. Yes, you need to trade carefully because it is currently on a very sensitive region. So even though I'm looking forward to entering a buy on oil, I need to be very careful. The instrument needs to do what? Break above this resistance point. Do you see that? Break above this resistance point. You can see that. Sorry. I'm waiting forward to, if I'm looking at entering a buy on oil, for those that are planning on entering a buy, it means that this instrument needs to break above this resistance point and come to retest the resistance, because immediately it breaks the resistance, it will turn to a support. So if it breaks the resistance and come to retest that resistance, then I'll be looking forward to a buy. If not, it is a sell trade for me. Now, for you to enter a sell for my swing traders, you need to be very careful because you need to wait for a red and a green and a red candlestick. So let me zoom out so you can see it very well. You need to wait for a green and a red candlestick around this particular region. You can see you need to wait for a green and a red candlestick with a bearish confirmation. Remember the number of rejection I have shown you. So I'm looking forward to a sell on oil if I see a bearish confirmation candle. I'm looking forward to a sell on oil if I see a bearish confirmation candle. Then I can write down to the next support region. Now, taking it down to my lower time frame, like my H4 time frame, you will notice this. It is currently forming that particular kind of candlestick. So, hold on. So if it breaks below this point, then you can enter a further sell. I'm not looking at this instrument buying so much today. If you wait for it to break below this point, you can enter a further sell. Looking at the fact that from my higher time frame, price is currently on a very sensitive region, so you don't want to enter a possible buy on oil at this particular time. So I'm looking forward to a sell if it breaks below here. So I'm going to be looking at a sell stop around here. If it can break below this point, that's for my swing traders or my long-term traders. If it can break below this point, I can enter a sell. And then for my 1 hour traders, that's the same thing. So if you are looking at entering a buy, make sure that you don't stay too long in that particular buy trade, because the price might be rejected around here. So if not, I'm looking forward to a sell. If it can break below this region, then I'll enter a sell, and I'll write down to the next untested support. That is where we're going to be wrapping up today's class. I believe you guys made some money in the trade that my colleague gave to you, and I wish you all a profitable trading day. My name is Samuel. Thank you very much. Remember, The beautiful thing about trading is if you have enough funds in your trading account, it makes you trade effortlessly. Please make sure you ensure that you have enough fund in your account so you won't trade in panic. You won't trade being tensed. Make sure you have enough fund in your account and you can enter a good lot size that is commensurable with your capital. Then you are good to go. Thank you very much. I wish you all a profitable trading day. Remember, there is a news coming out for the AED zone tomorrow morning, and there are no major news this morning or for today. So the markets will ride technically. Yes. Thank you very much. Have a profitable trading day.